Today, I'm going to describe as best I can the situation with tax stamps on suppressors, whether purchased or homemade, short barrel rifles, barrels less than 16 inches, and short barrel shotguns with barrels less than 18 inches, and any other weapons, basically, short barrel shotguns with no stocks. These tax stamps are just like duck stamps, a tax paid to the government for permission to do a certain thing. The difference with a duck stamp, you get to use a shotgun as soon as you lay the money down. Wait times for suppressors have been years, recently getting much better under Trump, but still. The tax has been reduced to $0. The registration and transfer through a Class 3 dealer is still required, however, and machine guns and destructive devices still require the tax. Whatever the waiting period is still a factor. You can't just walk in, plop your money down on the counter, and walk out with any of these items. If you own a SBR or SBS, you must still get permission from ATF if you want to travel out of state with them prior to doing so, and you have to carry your tax stamp with you. You cannot sell direct to another person if you want to trade up. It has to be done through a Class 3 dealer. The party in power now in Tennessee is not Second Amendment friendly, proved by the so-called constitutional carry that we have, that limits what you can carry, handguns only, where you can carry, and the age to carry. Enhanced permits are available for 18 to 20-year-olds now, but not under the concealed only permit, though the statutes currently in place would allow that to happen. Look out for a court case coming on that one. Or our so-called constitutional carry, even after a federal court entered into a consent decree with the state to correct what the court said was a violation of Second and 14th Amendment rights. And our Attorney General agreed with them. We have tried to get long guns into the enhanced carry permit system for the last 3 sessions of the General Assembly. It was legal to carry long guns for all lawful purposes from 1796 until 1989, and every state that touches Tennessee allows it now. This last year, Todd Gardenhire and Paul Rose, both supposed Republicans, killed that attempt in the Senate Judiciary Committee by voting with the 2 Democrats. The biggest win here is the fact we were able, through phone calls and emails, to get the federal House to remove the registration and taxes off of suppressors. And then the short barrel items were added in the Senate. They tried to remove all this mess during reconciliation, which is a tactic that is used on tax issues only. And as the $200 fee was simply a tax, it was lawful to do away with this antiquated gun control method put in place in 1934. It was killed by an unelected bureaucrat, the Senate parliamentarian, a Harry Reid appointee. The Senate let her ruling stand, as did the vice president. So we are where we are, no tax, but still have registration transfer requirements. Gun Owners of America is the group that pushed this issue in the federal legislature. As we all know, only Congress can make laws. Courts just rule on constitutionality in these cases. They cannot make law, though some judges try to. But the noise that GOA created at least got the attention of the federal Congress, and should be a lesson learned for us. If we want to affect change on the state level, we have to get active. Call and email. Go visit your legislators. Individually do the work. Numbers count. A consideration, the tax can be added back in the next congressional session. The dollar amount will be raised when the next Democrat Congress takes control. The tax was $200 on the purchase or transfer when it started in 1934. A machine gun cost $30 then. The tax was $200, far more than the cost of the weapon. When they get back in power, they will use that same ratio. A $500 suppressor will be taxed at $5,000. The tax was always meant simply to limit the civilian population owning these items. Get active. It is the only way we can restore our heritage and the right to arms intended in our state.